I knew it wouldn't take long, and I was right. The recommendations in the Strategic Review of Policing in England and Wales, which were published yesterday at 10 AM, have already been blasted by the Police Federation, branded as unnecessary, and the Federation said it was against the idea. I mean, of course you are. It takes any power that you may have had out of your hands, which was always a bad idea in the first place, especially when you represent police who have committed crimes. The proposal, put forward in a report by the Police Foundation, listed as a charitable think tank, would mean all officers would be subjected to fitness to practice tests throughout their careers, which is said to root out bad behaviour and incompetence. However, as I expected, the Police Federation spokesperson said, "The Police Federation of England and Wales has always been against the introduction of licence to practice, an idea which is fraught with danger. Police officers carry a warrant card and make an oath when they begin their policing career. They should be able to undertake their oath without fear of reprisal every 5 years." Correct. And they should also be able to take their oath and abide by it. But guess what? They fucking don't, because people like you support them when they fail to abide by it. They continued, "Whilst we understand and accept the need for scrutiny and for officers to be held accountable for their actions and inactions, this seems a blunt tool to address poor performance when there are other processes already in place, which clearly fail to work. Unless you're one of the Blue Line gang, then they work fucking perfectly. If this is truly to ensure that police officers are carrying out their roles effectively alongside encouraging learning and development, as the Police Foundation states, then there are other ways to achieve this. The devil will be in the detail, but at first sight this recommendation appears to be unnecessary and will do little to assist with recruitment and retention in the police service." Well, I don't see doctors, solicitors or other professionals complaining about how hard it is to recruit people when they use similar fitness to practice rules. In yesterday's video I asked what you all thought of the idea of this strategic review, to which there was a mixed reaction. Although I think the majority of comments were in the mindset that this may not be the best idea. I did note, however, that many people saying this seem to be opposed to the College of Policing being the oversight body, which, as I said in my video yesterday, I think police policing police is never a good idea, and there should be some kind of public body attached to this process, with actual sanctions for police who are found to be a danger to the public and policing, or who have committed crimes whilst in the role, instead of letting them resign and then sacking them later. And we should certainly start seeing police who are corrupt or use their powers improperly charged under Section 26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act. That's what it's fucking there for. In fact, I don't even think that Wayne Couzens was charged under Section 26, which covers corrupt and other improper exercise of police powers and privileges, which is exactly what he fucking did. Granted, the murder charge was a heftier charge, but this, I believe, should also have been brought up and added to his sentence, as he was certainly guilty of it. Launching the report yesterday, Sir Michael Barber said the licence would help reshape the culture in policing and deal with the relatively small number of people who are not fit to be part of the police service or incompetent, adding that it would also give officers opportunities for learning and development. I would say that if Sir Michael really believed it was a relatively small number of police, then there wouldn't be a need for this reform. I don't think he really believes what he's saying here. He added it would need political courage to implement after Chief Inspector of Constabulary Sir Thomas Windsor, who said he previously attempted to put forward a similar proposal, warned, "Do not underestimate the opposition of the Police Federation to this." Now, after a little more research yesterday, I looked into the Police Foundation, the supposedly independent think tank charity. First of all, I checked the About page, which gave information on partners of the Foundation, which include police forces and policing bodies such as the Association of Police and Crime Commissioners, the National Police Chiefs Council and the College of Policing, and say that they focus exclusively on improving policing and developing knowledge and understanding of policing and crime reduction. With their mission statement reading, "Our mission is to generate evidence and develop ideas which deliver better policing and a safer society. We do this by producing trusted impartial research and by working with the police and their partners to create change." Now, this obviously could explain why they have policing bodies listed as their partners, but what concerns me about this independent charity is when you go to the How Are We Funded page, where it shows donations and grants for the year ending 30th of June 2020. This independent charity has received a grant from the National Police Chiefs Council totalling almost £30,000, with other grants coming from charitable trusts that seemingly have no real connection with policing at all that I can see. I would suggest that grants from the NPCC would be a potential conflict of interest, considering the foundation states it's independent. Anyway, my point is, the overall idea of a licence I still think is a good idea. Having it policed by police I certainly don't think is a good idea, and considering the independent think tank charity has ties to the National Police Chief Council, which is just the mob boss's gang, is now a red flag to me. If this was going to be implemented, it must have responsibilities shared with a truly public body of some kind, and must seriously consider acting properly when faced with criminal behaviour in the police force. Take note as well, this will be a small step to a single national police force, mark my words, just like Police Scotland and the PSNI. It's an idea I'm not overly keen on myself, as we see how the police in Scotland and the PSNI are harder to hold to account, as those you need to get your hands on are hidden so deeply in the hierarchy. There's like 40 steps of access, which will see you face denial and obstruction at every single level before you even get anywhere. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.